coaster video, I'm going to be discussing the Intamin Hot Racers and what I actually think of the model, because I do have some pretty mixed opinions on the model, just because it is technically a version of the RMC Raptor, but just not as whippy and is launched on like a lift tail. But I'm just going to give you guys my opinions on this model. It's been released 3 concepts of it, and I actually kind of like these. I have the favorites, then the least, definitely the least, and then the favorites. But then they're all super cool. It's basically a single rail, single seat per row. It's just like the RMC Raptors like. When Intamin released the concepts, they gave us the stats and the height and everything. And also right now the overdrive model is the non-dueling one. One thing I noticed about the trains they look like the trains on West Coast racers. It also has a very unique element called the wall ride dive, which is weird. The second one they released was the Autodrome, which is the first racing one. This racing one's pretty cool. It gives a West Coast racer style feel just because it is a Mobius loop coaster, like West Coast Racers and Twisted Colossus. And overall, it really looks like it's a really good ride, and it's just super cool looking. So I personally like this model as well. The last one that they put in the concept was the Infinity. This is a dueling / racing one like the other one. This one has a pretty cool near missile effects, I guess. I don't know what you're gonna call it. It's a twin race track coaster, Mobius loop, multiple launches, multiple flybys. And it's really cool, and it's just one of the better ones. It's my personal favorite one out of all of them, just because it has some really cool effects. The Overdrive is my second favorite, and then the other one is my third favorite. Now, in my opinion, they are super cool looking, but they are not as good as the RMC Raptors, in my opinion. Now, let's talk about these trains real quick, because I have some really good thoughts on these trains. Now, the trains in the RMC Raptor coasters are well known for being to dig in your shoulders, because they're like over the shoulder restraint straps, but Intamin's using the lap bar trains, which is really cool. So overall, what I think on these hot racer models is I think they're going to be really good for parks who are looking for a single rail coaster and all of that, and do not want to make one as intense as something like an RMC Raptor. I personally think these will be very well sold in Europe. We might be able to see a couple go to North America, but just for North America has the Raptor coaster. But I think this would be a really good seller. It could be a big crowd pleaser at smaller parks, but I think it'd also be pretty good at larger parks. Definitely these ones are designed for small parks because they are single rail and they do have one person per row. I think that's the reason why RMC is designed the T-Rex. Yes, it is actually. So maybe be able to see a T-Rex style coaster come out Intamin for larger parks. But overall, my opinion on the ride, it's a good ride for smaller parks who can afford the more expensive coaster. But also, it's just a really good looking coaster. Fun elements, and looks like it could be one of the better style coasters that you can race with, like West Coast Racers at Six Flags Magic Mountain. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.